There comes a moment in every person's life when they must decide whether they will listen to their fear or follow their passion. Most people allow fear to control their actions. They let doubt whisper in their minds, telling them they are not good enough, not ready enough, or not capable enough. But the truth is that fear will always exist. It never completely disappears. The real difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is not the absence of fear. It is the presence of a powerful passion that refuses to stay silent. When your passion becomes stronger than your excuses, everything about your mindset begins to change. You stop looking for reasons why something cannot work and start searching for ways to make it happen. Too many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect moment. They wait until they feel confident, until they have more resources, until someone believes in them, or until life becomes easier. But champions understand something different. They know that the perfect moment never arrives. The only moment that exists is the one right now. Passion pushes you to act even when conditions are not ideal. Passion wakes you up early when your body wants more sleep. Passion keeps you focused when distractions try to pull you away from your goals. Passion reminds you why you started when the journey becomes difficult. Excuses are the easiest thing in the world to create. Anyone can say they are too tired, too busy, too broke, or too afraid. Anyone can blame their environment, their past, or the lack of opportunities around them. But excuses never build success. Excuses only build regret. The people who achieve greatness understand that their dreams are more important than their comfort. They understand that growth requires sacrifice, discipline, and relentless effort. When your passion is real, excuses begin to lose their power because your purpose becomes bigger than your fear. Passion also changes the way you respond to failure. Most people see failure as a reason to stop trying. They feel embarrassed, discouraged, or defeated, but when passion is driving you, failure becomes a lesson instead of a limitation. Every setback becomes a piece of knowledge that helps you move forward stronger and wiser. Passion gives you the resilience to stand back up after being knocked down. It gives you the courage to try again when others would quit. The truth is that every successful person has faced fear and failure many times, but their passion refused to let them walk away from their dreams. Another powerful thing about passion is that it creates energy. When you truly care about something, you find strength you did not know you had. You become willing to work longer, learn faster, and push harder than before. Passion fuels consistency, and consistency builds progress. Day by day, step by step, the small actions you take begin to create powerful results. While others slow down because of fear, you move forward because your passion refuses to stay quiet. In the end, your life will always be shaped by the voice you choose to follow. Fear will tell you to stay safe, stay comfortable, and stay small. Passion will challenge you to grow, to risk, and to chase something bigger than yourself. The moment you decide that your passion will speak louder than your fear is the moment your journey toward greatness truly begins. Fear is something every human being experiences. It shows up when you want to try something new, when you step outside your comfort zone, and especially when you start chasing a dream that truly matters to you. Many people believe that successful individuals are fearless, but that is not the truth. The reality is that fear visits everyone, no matter how confident or talented they appear. The real difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is how they respond when fear appears. For many people, fear becomes a stop sign that forces them to turn around. But for those who are truly committed to their dreams, fear is nothing more than a test that measures how serious they are about their goals. When you decide to pursue something meaningful, fear naturally becomes part of the journey. It whispers questions in your mind. What if you fail? What if people laugh at you? What if you are not good enough? These thoughts can feel powerful, especially when you are standing at the beginning of a new path. But fear does not appear because you are weak. Fear appears because you are about to grow. Growth always requires stepping into the unknown, and the unknown can feel uncomfortable. However, the greatest achievements in life never come from staying comfortable. They come from pushing beyond the limits that fear tries to create. One of the most important things to understand about fear is that it often exaggerates the risks while hiding the possibilities. Fear focuses your attention on what could go wrong, but it rarely reminds you of what could go right. If you allow fear to control your decisions, you may spend your life avoiding challenges and protecting yourself from temporary discomfort. But in doing so, you also avoid the opportunities that could change your future. This is why fear should not be seen as an enemy. Instead, it should be seen as a signal that something important is happening. When fear appears, it is asking a simple question: how badly do you want this? Commitment is proven through action. Anyone can say they have a dream, but only a few people are willing to face fear and keep moving forward anyway. Commitment means continuing to work even when the outcome is uncertain. It means taking the first step even when you do not have every answer. It means choosing courage over comfort again and again. Every time you move forward despite your fear, you strengthen your confidence and weaken the control that fear has over your life. Another powerful truth about fear is that it often loses its power once you confront it. Many fears seem overwhelming when they exist only in your imagination. But when you take action, you begin to realize that the obstacles are not as impossible as they first appeared. Action creates momentum, and momentum builds belief. The more you face your fears, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling challenges. Ultimately, fear will always appear whenever you attempt to do something meaningful or ambitious. The goal is not to eliminate fear completely, because that may never happen. The goal is to develop the courage to move forward despite it. When you understand that fear is simply testing your commitment, you stop seeing it as a barrier and start seeing it as a doorway to growth. Every time you walk through that doorway, you become stronger, more confident, and closer to the life you truly want to create. Passion is one of the most powerful forces that can exist within a human being. It is the fire that pushes people to go further than they ever thought possible. Many people talk about their dreams, their goals, and the life they want to create, but talking alone does not create success. Real progress only happens when action is taken consistently over time. This is where passion becomes extremely important. Passion transforms ideas into movement and dreams into determination. When you truly care about something, you do not just think about it occasionally. You pursue it with energy, focus, and commitment. The biggest difference between people who achieve great things and those who remain stuck is not talent or luck. Often, the difference is persistence. Many individuals begin their journey with excitement and motivation, but when the work becomes difficult, they slow down or stop completely. Obstacles appear, results take longer than expected, and doubt begins to grow. Without strong passion, it becomes easy to quit. Passion, however, changes the way you approach challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as reasons to give up, you begin to see them as problems that must be solved. Passion keeps your mind focused on the destination, rather than the temporary struggles along the path. Relentless action means continuing to move forward even when the process becomes uncomfortable. It means working on your goals when you feel tired, discouraged, or uncertain. Passion creates the inner drive that makes this level of commitment possible. When something truly matters to you, you find ways to continue even when motivation fades. Motivation can come and go depending on how you feel on a particular day, but passion goes deeper than temporary emotions. It is connected to purpose. It reminds you why your dream matters and why giving up is not an option. Another powerful quality of passion is that it fuels discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done even when you do not feel like doing it. Passion strengthens discipline because it gives meaning to your efforts. When you understand the importance of your goal, the sacrifices required to achieve it begin to feel worthwhile. Early mornings, long hours of learning, repeated attempts, and constant improvement become part of your routine. Instead of avoiding hard work, you begin to embrace it because you know it is bringing you closer to the future you want. Relentless action also creates momentum. Each step you take, no matter how small, moves you forward. Progress may not always be immediate or obvious, but consistent effort builds results over time. Many people underestimate the power of daily improvement. A small step taken every day can eventually lead to a massive transformation. Passion helps you maintain this consistency because it keeps your energy directed toward growth. While others slow down due to fear or frustration, your passion continues to push you forward. It is also important to understand that relentless action does not mean perfection. Mistakes will happen, and setbacks are a natural part of any meaningful journey. Passion does not eliminate failure, but it changes how you respond to it. Instead of feeling defeated, you begin to see failure as feedback. Each mistake becomes an opportunity to learn and improve. This mindset allows you to keep moving forward instead of becoming stuck in disappointment. In the end, passion is the force that turns ordinary effort into extraordinary persistence. It pushes you to act when others hesitate. It encourages you to keep going when progress feels slow. Most importantly, it reminds you that your dream is worth fighting for. When passion drives your actions, quitting becomes much harder and success becomes much closer. Every person experiences moments when fear tries to take control of their decisions. Fear can be loud, persuasive, and sometimes overwhelming. It speaks through doubt, hesitation, and uncertainty, convincing people that their dreams are too big or too risky. Because of this, many individuals allow fear to take the lead in their lives. They avoid challenges, delay opportunities, and remain in situations that feel safe but unfulfilling. However, the people who achieve meaningful success understand an important truth. Fear should never be the leader of your life. When passion becomes the driving force behind your actions, fear gradually loses its power and moves into the background. Passion has the ability to shift your focus from limitations to possibilities. When you are deeply passionate about something, your attention naturally moves toward what you want to build rather than what you are afraid of losing. Fear tends to highlight the risks and difficulties that may appear along the journey. It reminds you of potential failure, criticism, or disappointment. Passion, on the other hand, reminds you of your purpose. It keeps your mind connected to the reasons you started pursuing your dream in the first place. When passion leads, your vision becomes stronger than your doubts. Many people believe that courage means the complete absence of fear, but true courage actually means moving forward even when fear is present. Passion makes this possible because it provides a powerful sense of direction. When your goals are connected to something meaningful, something that excites you and inspires you, fear becomes less intimidating. You may still feel nervous or uncertain at times, but your passion gives you the strength to continue. It tells you that the possibility of achieving your dream is more important than the temporary discomfort of facing fear. Another important aspect of passion is that it strengthens your determination during difficult moments. Every meaningful journey includes challenges, setbacks, and unexpected obstacles. During these moments, fear often becomes louder. It may try to convince you that the struggle is a sign that you should stop. However, when passion leads your mindset, you begin to interpret challenges differently. Instead of viewing them as warnings to quit, you start seeing them as opportunities to grow stronger and more capable. Passion reminds you that every successful person has faced difficulties, but they continued moving forward because their purpose mattered too much to abandon. Passion also helps you develop confidence over time. Confidence is not something that appears instantly. It is built through repeated action and experience. Each time you take a step toward your goal, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling challenges. Even small victories strengthen your belief in your abilities. As your confidence grows, fear naturally begins to fade into the background. It does not disappear completely, but it no longer controls your decisions. Instead, it becomes a reminder that you are stepping outside your comfort zone and moving toward growth. In the end, the direction of your life depends on which voice you choose to follow. Fear will always try to convince you to stay where you are because familiarity feels safe. Passion, however, calls you toward progress, creativity, and purpose. When you allow passion to lead your journey, you begin to take bold steps toward the future you truly desire. Fear may still walk beside you, but it will no longer stand in front of you blocking your path. Instead, it will remain behind you as proof that you had the courage to move forward despite the uncertainty.